to GAO Stadium in Canberra, where a huge crowd is piling in this afternoon for the match of round 23. The Raiders hosting the Seagulls. Both are finals bound and ready to put on a show in brilliant conditions for Chemist Warehouse. Sunday footy live on 9. And to take you through every moment, it's a very good afternoon. Matthew Thompson.
Thank you, James. You're right. There is a huge crowd here in Canberra, and there is a finals expectation right around this ground, which is a sea of green, as you'd expect. Glorious conditions for Sunday afternoon football between two teams who will figure in September. And if you ask the fans here, they would think that we're getting an insight into finals footy early. The atmosphere is so great that we've got Darren Lockyer down amongst the Raiders faithful as we look forward to the Viking clap. Freddie was there last time. Now it's your turn, Lockie.
Yeah, Freddie's challenged me. He reckons if he can do it, I can do it. So here we go. So I've watched the Viking clap, but we're going to experience it now. You ready, mate? You ready for where you stand? I don't want to take your seat.
Get on you, Lockie. That is some side here. It really is. And Manly have a good record here. In fact, they and Melbourne are the only two teams in the competition who have a winning record against the Raiders here in Canberra. But this Manly team, they have been so good right throughout the season. You think back to round 7 when they were able to beat the Raiders at Brookvale after Daly Cherry Evans left the field. And that was the afternoon where I think most people sat up and took notice and thought, gee, this Manly side might be able to string together a season that could see them make the top 8. Now they're looking at top 4. If they win, they will be in 4th position this afternoon. They've won 7 of their past 9 games, and importantly, they've had a 10-day break to get ready for this, one of the matches of the season. And they will have a boisterous crowd to contend with. The Viking clap is about to kick off.
Great stuff, great stuff. And I can tell you that the man blowing the horn today, the Canberra Raiders horn, was none other than former champion jockey Malcolm Miracle Johnston. Malcolm Johnston is an avid Manly supporter. And I understand that he lost a bet to the Cleary family, that's Frank Cleary and his family. Best known in horse racing, but very closely associated with the Raiders club. And he lost a bet, and the bet was that he turned up in a Raiders jersey and blew the Raiders horn when the Seagulls played down here. So, Malcolm Johnson, the miracle man.
Well, Lockie passed the test too. He kept perfect time with the rest of the Raiders crowd. There's Jared Croker, very much the local hero around here. What a great side it is, Andrew. It's a great ground this when they pack in, isn't it?
Well, a great atmosphere, and the surface is rock hard here. Spoke about the pre-game. A lot of wind in Canberra today, so the kickers, it's a big challenge for them, but also the fullbacks and outside backs. The ball's going to be swirling in the air.
The Raiders with victories in 8 of their last 10 games. They have been inside the top 4 in the Premiership for all but 4 weeks of the season. What a way to bring the round to a close. The match of the weekend. Chemist Warehouse Sunday football from Canberra. It's the Raiders and Manly. 2 teams who have defied pre-season expectations and some. Canberra coming off one of the best performances of any team this year against Manly last week, but they will know they're in a game against players like this. Tom Trebojevic tackled up near the 40-metre line. And here goes the former Raider Joel Thompson, started his NRL career here with the Raiders, a Raiders junior. And now Tapau. So much of Manly's success this year has come off his efforts with Fanua Blake up front. First kick by Dylan Walker this afternoon. And Nickel Clockstad got a foot back to the in goal, so he can come back and restart on the 20.
I spoke about the wind. carried the ball an extra 10 metres there. They're out there in the warm-up. They've had some kicks to work out where the wind is actually coming from. Down on ground level, it's swirling.
And here's one of the inspirational Englishmen, Ryan Sutton. Tackled by Tapau on the 30. And now Papali. He's had a tremendous season, playing exclusively in the front row. Played to Hodgson, 11 try assists for the crafty number 9, who's there to back up. Oh, he's dropped the ball.
Well, I wonder what happened there. It just dollied up in front of him. Soliola gets one loose. Hodgson is standing there and he just dropped a dolly.
I think he was thinking, do I run, do I pass, do I kick? Forgot to catch the ball. Never see that from this man.
Good battle this one today, really good battle.
Jerry Evans. Oh, runs into the referee. He didn't know where he was going either, a bit like Josh Hodgson. No harm done. He's tackled by Bateman. And he's added for Noah Blake. Oh, that's a strong run. Picks up 11, nearly 12 metres. Hodgson underneath him.
He was looking for a strip then.
And here's Happy Coruscant, who will carry the ball to within 15 metres of Canberra's line. Sutton, one of the tacklers, and Papali down low. Walker inside Jake Trebojevic. That's a great shot. Sutton tackled Jake Trebojevic just like Jake usually hits his opponents. Gajewski off an inside ball. Oh, he gets an offload away, and it couldn't have been any better for a Canberra Raider retrieval, and there was a penalty as well.
Easy. Just stand up. Just step back here, guys.
In the warm-up, Gus, I had a close look at John Bateman up close. I haven't really seen him in person, and I was surprised just how thin he is.
Yeah, Nathan Brown, the Newcastle Knights coach, has tipped me 2 players in his life. One was a very young Sam Burgess and the other was a young John Bateman. I watched a lot of him in England. He played a number of different positions, played in the backs, played in the forwards, and I could never really imagine him being big enough for the NRL. That was some time ago. He's obviously a very strong man.
And wiry, strong.
Paul Gallen's with the sideline this afternoon. G'day, Gal.
Hey guys, yeah, very dry conditions down here, so let's hope we see some ball movement, but it's also a little bit cold. They're saying 15 degrees, but it feels about 6 degrees down here at the moment, and a fairly strong wind. It's really picked up the last 10 minutes. I'd say it's back in Manly.
It's only going to get colder too, Gal, down there. Hope you're rugged up.
I'm all good.
Good to have you with us here. So Bateman plays it. Hodgson sneaks short side. Caesar rolls it through, and Tom Trebojevic goes to ground. There's Joey Leilua, who thought his season was finished.
He wasn't happy there. Tom Trebojevic wasn't happy with Leilua coming down with some knees. Looked quite awkward at first sight. Here it is here. He goes down on the ground. Doesn't look good.
Manly have won 4 of their last 5 against the Raiders, but there's never been all that much between them over the last couple of years. 4 of the last 5 games actually have been decided by a try or less. Oh, juggle! He did well there, Rapana. And then Nickel Clockstad, one of the finds of 2019. And here's Joey Leilua. Charges into Jake Trebojevic. And Coruscant there as well. McCotrick. And that's a strong charge.
Beautiful dummy half work there from Hodgson.
Whitehead trying to play it quickly. It came out through Papali. Oh, there's a good, strong tackle. Dylan Walker slamming Aiden Caesar into the ground. White will be asked to kick here on the last. Trebojevic underneath it. And charging through is his Origin teammate Jack White, who made the tackle.
Well, it very much looks like Dylan Walker's plan today is to not let Canberra get the ball out wider out to Joey Leilua, because a couple of times they've moved the ball that way, he's been up very quick in defence and cut it off.
Jack Trebojevic, he saw Caesar come off the line quickly.
Well, that's an out-and-out penalty. If that was on the try line, that'd be a penalty.
And now here's his brother Tom. Legs tackle Soliola, stopped him short of the halfway. The kick from Cherry Evans, end over end. And down for Nickel Klokstad, who coming into this weekend of football was 4th in the competition for running metres. Now the crowd saying Manly are offside. The referee said that the man playing the ball, Nickel Klokstad, was balking, and so he allowed Manly a bit of latitude. And here goes Nick Kotrick. 3 tries in the season only for Nick. And they'll get their penalty this time, though.
Your foot come through on the ball and the ball move, mate.
Sean's Nickel Klokstad has obviously had a haircut sometime in the most recent past, because I didn't recognise him. You know, he's gone for the short back and sides, where previously he had flowing locks and one of them little pigtails on top.
What do you prefer?
Well, I prefer to know who it is. I recognised him with the long hair. I'm told the ponytail is a man bun on a man.
He knew that, Gus.
I refuse to go there.
So Caesar for Soliola. Taken by Fanua Blake in combination with Coruscant. 24 metres short of Manly's line. Hodgson skips out a dummy half, and Caesar for Bateman. He's played 18 games this year. Canberra have won 14 of them, John Bateman. That's how influential he is. Hodgson sneaks out the second receiver, and Soliola was under a bit of pressure. Did well to take that pass as Gajewski made the tackle. Now Whiten on the last, finds a bit of territory. Oh, Tommy Turbo. He had to be very quick and couldn't make a mistake with his hands, and he passed the test.
Well, in his first couple of years in the NRL, that was his Achilles heel. Everyone kicked low to him because Tommy just couldn't bend down and pick it up on the run. But he's obviously worked on it, because this was very, very difficult. He's got across, bends at the knees, gets down low and picks up a beauty. Great camera work, boys.
Walker for DCE. Oh, that's forward, is it? It looked forward. The referee says it wasn't. And Ruben Garrick has to mop up the scraps and runs back to centre field, where he's tackled by Soliola. Terry Evans with a low torpedo which tumbles over the sideline.
He was keen to get it out into touch on his previous 5th tackle option. Got his way this time. I don't know, I think both teams are a little bit edgy here, Andrew. There's not a lot of rhythm to what they're doing, is there?
I'm looking at the Raiders' attack. They're struggling a little bit with the fast-moving, aggressive up and in defence of the Eagles. A lot of their attack is coming from the middle field. I'd like to see him work to a sideline, open up the field and attack from there. But the big challenge for the Seagulls, can they sustain that fast-moving, aggressive defence as fatigue sets in?
You don't want to miss this year's grand final. On Sunday, October 6th, you'll see the NRL decider plus the NRLW grand final and pre-match entertainment from Musical Act One Republic. Head to nrl.com/tickets to secure your seat. Who knows? One, maybe both of these teams could be there. If you had any doubt about Canberra's premiership credentials, you'd have to say that they really proved themselves a worthy contender with that performance against Melbourne last week. The first team to come back from 18-0 down against the Storm and beat them. And they had players sin bin on 2 separate occasions during that game. Previous Raiders teams would not have just been able to do that.
Well, both these teams have beaten Melbourne in Melbourne this year, haven't they? It was extraordinary last week, but Manly Their performance was pretty strong down there too. You're beating Melbourne in Melbourne, you're doing well.
Watch for Caesar. He loops 1-0. And Ruppen has been left behind.
Just watch the aggression here in the defence. Now, the last couple of times, Dylan Walker has been able to come up with a crash tackle. This time they let the ball go earlier, but he's still up there. There's no option to pass out wide. So Caesar tries for an alley-loop across the field, and that would have been directly into the sun. I don't think they would have been able to see that. Look at that sun, the glare coming across there. That ball would have been right in his eyes, and Raphael overran it.
Stay here, guys. Wait there, Jack. Tongue, close in.
What do you do to fast-moving defence like that, Andrew?
Well, you hit your back rower, Bateman, let him get into Dylan Walker, and while the defence is retreating back, that's when you double up the same way, or you put a kick in behind, a warning shot behind the outside defenders. You've got to be patient. Can't go for those all-or-nothing Harbour Bridge passes.
There's a good incisive run by Fanua Blake, and now Jake Trebojevic for Tapau, nearly up the centre.
Let's go.
That's the powerful 1-2 punch. And now Tom Trebojevic on the back of it. It's not a bad recipe, is it? Coruscant. It goes away now for Jake. And he'll get up to Canberra's 10-metre line. It's the last. It's Coruscant out of dummy half. Away now through Cherry Evans. Oh, Tommy Turbo is tackled superbly by Jared Croker.
And we've saw in that set, the prototype for Manly, they went forward. Marty Tapau got through the line, quick play the ball.
Restart. Wait.
And then Tom Trebojevic got in dummy half. But the flood of support around the fullback, as soon as he goes to dummy half, everybody pushes up. Either to support before the line or through the line, he's such a weapon.
One-handed offload. And there's Nickel Clockstad.
Right back, Moses.
And then Whiten, tackled by Marty Tapau, 9 short of the halfway. Third tackle kick here by Hodgson. He rolls along the ground. Not sure he hit that as well as he might have liked. And now George Tafur asks to return it, and Hodgson's down there chasing his own kick. And Reuben Garrick. 15 tries this year, Reuben. If he scores one more, he equals the record for most tries in a rookie season for Manly. Now Cherry Evans with a 40-20 attempt on the third tackle. It's over.
Easy.
Great kick.
Easy. I think he's worked the breeze out now, Andrew.
Let's go, Raiders.
It's over his right shoulder, and he kicks from the right side of the field back to the left.
Yeah. And with the way the right footer hits the ball, it'll naturally draw towards that side. He's working his ankles out perfect. That was beautiful.
Well, he actually called that way, I'm told, at the toss. So he's aware of the wind and he wants to try and use it to advantage. He's certainly done that there. Oh, that's a bit messy. And they mucked it up after the kick from Cherry Evans. The play the ball goes wrong.
Dear, oh dear, oh dear.
He's going back, come forward, mate.
It must have been a bad play the ball because the dummy half was reaching for the ball. Let's have a look. He gets up and he puts his foot on the ball and then he, well, God knows what you
doing
call
the
that.
limbo.
What do you call that?
The limbo.
Packed in here. A sea of green. Beautiful afternoon. You couldn't want better conditions for Sunday footy. And here's Leilua. Nearly busted them from the scrum. And they'll win a penalty now. Two powerful runs. The second one by Nickel Clockstad out of dummy half, and the Raiders to get themselves out of trouble.
And there's the advantage of a big outside back. If you can get over the advantage line, play the ball quick on that first play or the second play, sets up the rest of the tackles later in the tackle count. You saw there, they got a penalty. Great run, Leilua.
Oh, there's Tapau rushing up to make the big tackle. And he might have hurt Sutton here.
This one. One there. Yeah, I thought that was an accident. Got Ryan Sutton in possession.
There was no high hit there. I don't know what's happened. We got a little bit of a bump on the way down, but it looked accidental, whatever it was. His head might have gone into Fanua Blake there. Not too much in this. He ducked into the Fanua Blake's hip. I think we've seen from both sides that in this early passage anyway, anything quick out of dummy half is the way to make ground. Both the defences are aggressive. I think dummy half running is really underrated in big games.
Come on, go.
Papali. Taken by the bookends for the Seagulls to Powell and Fanua Blake. Sutton with the pass for Caesar Walker again there. Now Hodgson scheming out for White. He loves to run. He's through here. White, he's got one to beat. Ducks inside, scores a cracker.
Yeah, tackle 5. Yeah, I have no try.
What?
Confirm that he loses the ball and doesn't actually regain possession.
Did all the hard work. Well, he keeps hold of the ball, doesn't he? Is it still in his wrist here?
Jack Whiten loses control of the ball. It rotates on the forearm before grounding. You have a decision.
There's the blueprint. They went to an edge. They got Dylan Walker involved and opened up the field and went to the other side. Jack White with his speed.
My line decision was lost, so the ball's rotated on his forearm, so he's actually lost possession.
He never comes clean.
No,
it's same on the other night, grounded with a forearm.
It's rotated. He's got to
Yeah, tough call, I thought there. I thought certainly the referee rules try. They couldn't have taken that one off him, but he obviously ruled no try. I couldn't see a lot of separation there, but it's gone against the Raiders. That's the first time they've actually come left. They've gone right all day, and Dylan Walker's getting up very quickly and shutting it off. They came left, and Jack White in a beautiful left foot step, but couldn't quite get there.
Well, they're saying that because the ball rotated on Whiten's forearm, it was evidence that the ball had come clean of his grasp. And now Manly, with a fortuitous call perhaps, have got a penalty and they can go on the attack. Moses Sully taps it, gives it to Cherry Evans. Here goes Marty Tapau. Up into Papali. And Sutton and Soliola. And then Jake Trebojevic, and then Walker! Left foot step, Walker through penalty obstruction.
That was stopped in the defensive line and affected John, able to slide.
Both number 6s have been denied in the space of a minute.
You watch the attack here. They'll use Tom Trebojevic as a decoy. His brother Jake will go to the line. Watch Tom. He'll be lurking out the back, and they actually cut Tom out to Dylan Walker. See the obstruction there. Joel Thompson goes through and takes Bateman out, but a bit of a variation on their shift. Jake will go to the line. Look sharp on Dylan Walker.
Penalty count 5-1 in favour of Canberra at this early stage. Soliola, the grand old warrior, keeps on keeping on. Feels like he's been playing forever. It's with Caesar and White, and quick hands on the inside. Rapana off the right wing, bobbing up in the middle. Ball's come free. It was off a Manly hand. There'll be 6 more. Now Papali. He gets one away out the back. It was the first tackle. There he goes again here, Josh. The Raiders in the centre of their home ground, and they're 15 out from Manly's line. Flat pass from dummy half by Hodgson. He went to Sutton, who's inside the 10. Hodgson now goes left. He finds White, and he plays short to Whitehead. And a ball for Croker. It was a great pass and a support run by the local hero, Jared Croker. Gets us underway. It's the Raiders 4, Manly 0.
And just watch the pass from dummy half to Jack Whiten, and it gets him to the edge of the field, in particular Cherry Evans. Look at the width here, and it's how straight he plays into Cherry Evans. Isuzu D-Max replay, which creates the overlap for the short pass, and it's how straight he plays. Look, he digs straight in the line, gets Cherry Evans interested, and then gets his big man one-on-one. Alana?
Very entertaining. Nice work, I thought, from Jared Croker to come back on the inside. It just made that pass a nice, easy one. I can tell you the crowd down here absolutely loved it. We've got some exciting footy this afternoon.
That's become a very effective way of playing against up and in defence as well. As Andrew said, just hit the back rower into the line. The defence goes up past it and then allows for support on the other side of the line, provided you can get the offload away. And he did a really good job there, Whitehead. He's a good player.
And that's the gap you got to attack, close to the line. The gap between Cherry Evans and also Sully. Likewise, the other side, if they can get it to Dylan Walker, and they can get it in quick, the gap between him and Brendan Elliott, I reckon Joseph Leilua could cause some dramas there.
Jared Croker with 194 points in the season. So he could bring up the double century this afternoon. No trouble, 6-0.
There you got that. Wisender. Good work, guys. Just wait. Ruben!
Raiders on the board first. Chemist Warehouse Sunday football. That's a long restart. It's way too long. There's the breeze.
Well, we see a lot of this, don't we? Players kicking off can't seem to hit a target that you could build 3 blocks of units on. All you got to do is kick it into the other half of the field. And they miss the target. How do you do that?
Just here, Dylan. Hold, Joel. Stay here. Stay here. Wait.
And that mistake. Oh, what about the pass? Rapina was charging up after Leilua. He keeps it alive and Sutton's turned it over. And now Manly think of a counter-attack. Gajewski with it.
That's the way they play the Raiders.
This is what? And Cherry Evans, he's going to go to the line. Then he goes to Sully. He's got them backpedaling a bit. Kotrick and Croker take Manly's big towering centre to ground, and he's having some trouble getting up.
Yeah, and he's got some strapping on his back there too. You can see underneath his jersey, which wouldn't be out of the ordinary for a lot of players in the NRL in August. Everyone's playing with some sort of injury. This looks as though he's twisted.
Is the offload, Gus?
Yeah, look at that.
Oh.
See, the foot gets caught under there. The physio's, he's feeling that It's one of those high ankle sprains. Syndesmosis, that what they call them.
That's the one.
How do you spell it?
I'll let you Google that while I tell everyone that Power is the most explosive show on TV right now. Even Gus says that. And it's streaming on Stan from executive producer Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. Don't miss Power, streaming on Stan now. Here's Jake Trebojevic. Speaking of Power, there's Adam Fanua-Blake. Very quick play the ball, and then Trebojevic, Tom through the hands. Here's Tafua. Comes back in field, gets within 6 of the line. Walker, he'll put a kick through. He wants a goalpost pad. I think it's going to roll way too deep.
How these injured players come up there. Come off. Injured players everywhere.
Some men down. Is this Turbo?
Yeah, he was the one who threw the long pass. I'm just wondering whether or not he was hit after passing. He seems to be in a fair bit of pain there. I think that's fair enough.
He's up. He's okay.
There's nothing wrong with that.
He was committed to the tackle.
And then Rapana gets a knock to the head, does he?
Yeah, it's going to be a 20-minute restart.
And they're both on their feet. Rapana is a bit dusty in back play. You can see him there.
Didn't he have an horrendous head injury, did he?
Yeah, he did.
Fractured his skull or something?
Yep.
Got a HIA assessment going on out the back. Yeah, mate. Yeah. All right, Josh, when you're ready. Josh, when you're ready, here you go.
Soliola into the teeth of Manly's defence, and he stopped 15 short of halfway. Sutton, oh, that was a strong shot. Right around the ribs for Fanua-Blake and Gajeski. And Soliola, 2 runs in 3 plays from him. He's up to the halfway, then Hodgson, and then Caesar joining in off a Papali pass. John Bateman. Stopped by Fanua-Blake. And White is going to get through the hands. Croker, he'll kick back infield. Jake Trebojevic is there. And then Tom gets it on the bump. And then Tafua did well to avoid it. Oh no, ball's come out. It's going to be a penalty.
It was a nice play. They spread the ball wide.
Doing the tackle, guys.
On the last play, the Raiders, which brings up the outside defence. And a little kick in behind. But have a look who's there, Jake Trebojevic covering. And he doesn't only get there, he fumbles, but then gets the ball, presence of mind to pass to his brother. And then they're on the attack. And then the strip. Nickel Clockstad.
Down the Gal sideline.
Yeah, Moses Sully has come from the field with that right ankle injury. It didn't look too good either. He couldn't really walk up the tunnel. Corey Waddell's gone in the centre position for him.
Yes, and you can see there another important change. Jordan Rapana off HIA, and Bailey Simonson is going onto the field.
Come on. Zig, keep going, Zig. Sorry, mate.
Well, the frequency of these HIA examinations has meant that the coaches have really got to think about their bench. And you've pretty much got to cover a genuine back off your bench. Just in case. We've got so many HIA.
Walker smashed by Whiten. That's been a good battle, hasn't it? Oh, penalty Manly.
Mark's there. I'll come through, mate.
Haven't come together directly too many times, but both of those number 6s have been sensational at the start of this match.
Why was that a penalty?
There's got to be some leniency there. He won the tackle. He had the upper hand. Saw the play, rushed up, aggressive defence. Has to be some leniency in the right.
Can Manly find a bit of rhythm and put some points on the board? Tapau will play it on the 10-metre line. Jake Trebojevic, he goes himself. And he stopped 5 metres short. Coruscant, Dylan Walker. He bumped off Bateman. He stays alive until Bateman comes again with Leilua. Stop 10 metres out, 9 out when he plays it. Coruscant. And then Fanua Blake. And then Cherry Evans with a short pass.
1 foot.
All the balls come out. That's Corey Waddell, the 15. And it's a penalty. A hand helped the ball out.
Stay on the line.
Don't think Manly have all that much interest in 2 points. They've got to try and find a try just to get them going.
Been impressive, the Raiders. They're constantly coming off their line quickly, not giving Manly much room to move.
Bench was calling for 2 then.
Coruscant, Jake Trebojevic to Cherry Evans, floats it over the top to Garrick. He spilt it. That was a great tackle right on the goal line.
Great tackle, but better variation from Manly.
Stand up.
Jake Trebojevic, instead of throwing it right out the back, will tip it to Cherry Evans, who gets the ball. And similar to the first try, he gets to the edge of the ruck quickly. Jake will catch and just simply pass the ball, which gets Cherry Evans at the 5'8" quickly in Jack White.
And Croker.
And then what a tackle.
Well, it's a brilliant tackle. Nick Kotrick was turned inside out and slipped over. But Croker was there to cover. Kotrick slides over. Croker gets the shot on Garrick. Good defence. Haven't seen these 2 teams live for a while. Very impressed by both. It's only wonder they're both sitting in the top 4 or came into this round in the top 4.
What can you pinpoint about each of them, Gus, that catches your eye the most, do you think?
Just the consistent intensity in defence. They're both getting up and making life difficult for each other. And it's that defence, it's that defensive attitude. If you can keep it up for the 80 minutes, that's what wins big games. But they're both prepared to move the ball as well. They're not negative either side.
And Canberra's defence ranks 2nd in the competition. Manly's 4th.
Well, it's on display here. I would imagine 1 and 3 are the other 2 sides.
Gripping stuff. 6-0 in favour of the Raiders. Whiten off to left good. Rolls and rolls and takes a tumble over touch.
Did you ever play with a left foot kicker, Andrew? Did you have a left foot kick of 5'8" ever?
Trying to think. Even if I did, I wouldn't let him kick the ball.
I was just about to say, would you share it?
No.
Now, this is a loss if he can't get back on the field, Moses Sully. It doesn't look like the face that says he's coming back.
It's a good point you make about having an outside back on the bench too, Gus, because Ricky's renowned for going with the full big man off the bench. It's a different tactic from him now. Simonson, who's an out-and-out winger.
Yeah, well,
14.
Any little bump in the head now is a HIA. I think we're overzealous with this in the extreme. That everyone has to be examined because they get a bump in the head. But the coaches have got to react to it because you could lose a player at any time in any position.
Jersey 14. Fainu just came on the field, dummy half. Just watch him around the ruck. He's got a great combination with Tom Trebojevic.
Fanua Blake with another good run. Wow. Hasn't he become a premier prop forward, this guy?
Well, he's the man.
Here's a tester for Nickel Clockstad. They all go up. It comes back for Manly. It's away now for Waddell. It's still the last, and he slipped over before he could get a pass off.
Last tackle. Tackled off Manly.
Well, we've been going half an hour, only 1 try. I thought we'd see more than that today. But really impressed with the 2 defences of these 2 teams.
Let's go to Gal.
Moses Sully's afternoon is over, boys. He's succumbed to that right ankle injury. He will not be back.
All right, that is a big blow. Thanks, Paul. Might actually get a comment from you, Paul, about what Gus has been saying about the defence of these two teams. You've seen both of them this year. Would you concur?
Yeah, without a doubt, both teams defend really well, and it's a big credit to the Canberra side. They just keep turning up for each other, and they'll play for 80 minutes. The thing about the Manly side at the moment, they just can't build any pressure. They've had some opportunities down that end of the field, but they made some crucial, silly errors and a couple of 7-tackle sets also, and they back it up, compounded with penalties like that. So they just can't build pressure on this Canberra side at the moment, Manly.
Ryan's got to get back 10.
It's a high penalty count, 7-4.
This is around the time the dummy half Hodgson goes to work. Tiring forwards in the middle.
Dynamis Louis, number 15. And here goes Papali, still rumbling after more than half an hour. Played it quickly. Here's Hodgson. Goes away to Caesar. He steps off the left foot. He's going to come back behind where the ball was played, and Joel Thompson says, come here. Drops him in a good tackle, along with Dylan Walker there to help. Simonson shoots down the right-hand side where Bateman's waiting. 9 metres out. Another short side attempt. Leilua. Where's his mate Rapiner? He tried to push the pass away. He gets a penalty.
No advantage shit. Oh, Manasseh's offside, okay? He was not square. He never got back to the line. John. Dylan.
Well, when Joseph Leilua goes to dummy half, no matter what else you might be thinking, the first thing you got to do is worry about him. Because he goes there to run. Whatever else he's doing or faking, more likely he heads back to the short blind side looking for his wingman.
Make sure we're behind. There you are, John.
Now Bateman. Prime territory for the Raiders. Simonson with a pass for Josh Papali, who slips over. The Raiders 6-0. Are there more points in the pipeline? Away for Caesar. Good tackle, Terry Evans. Raced up. And there was nothing Caesar could do about it. Leaks tackle by Fainu on Louis, who still muscles his way. He's right under the sticks. Here's Hodgson. Away for Caesar again. Elliott came up quickly that time. Oh, he's won the ball back for his team. He was offside.
Dylan Walker.
It's not a quick penalty, Charles. It's not quick.
Well, Dylan Walker's been doing this all game, getting up very, very quickly.
Dally!
Now they've pinched him for
Dally,
going
come
early.
on, mate. 10 minutes, got to get better. Come on, mate.
Let's have a look. Well, it didn't look any different to anything else we've seen.
Now, what is the rule?
6 points to nil. Canberra leading Manly.
Giving it to us about our penalties down there. They're holding the ball.
Yeah, I'll keep it on that, and I'll judge every play of the ball as it is. But I need you guys to improve the 10 metres at the moment.
Canberra hoping to go 8-0 ahead from this penalty shot right next to the post. Jared Croker doesn't miss these.
Yeah, the rule on the play the ball, Gus. When can the defence move?
Well, I understand it's when it clears his foot, the man playing the ball, which is what we went through last year about everyone having to put their foot on the ball to play it. But it's a rather arbitrary starting point. It's subjective.
There's the drone shot. Shows you perfectly the treat that we have been part of this afternoon so far. Great crowd. When they make noise here in Canberra. This
Stay
stadium
behind,
provides
guys!
a wonderful atmosphere.
Ruben. Straight for the whistle. Stay behind.
Down here, Alana.
Good news for the Raiders fans. Jordan Rapana has passed his HIA, so he'll be ready to come back on in a few minutes.
There he is. And this is Corey Horsburgh. A real tear away. He's a redhead. What would you expect? He was the leading meter eater against Melbourne last week, coming off the bench. And Whitehead this time.
Oh, Joel Thompson. I think he's broke his arm. Reeled out of that tackle.
Oh, he's waving to the sideline. He's gone down here. Oh, penalty for an incorrect play the ball.
I know he's injured.
You stepped right over it, mate.
He never lays down, this man.
He doesn't want to believe it at the moment.
Just can't throw it through your legs, Ryan.
Yeah, he's out the back so far.
No,
Yeah,
no
okay,
good. Go on. That's a telling blow. Let's have a look. The arm comes up, hits the elbow. See that right on the end of the elbow. Arm swings around and hits the point of the elbow.
Already missing Curtis Sirenen.
That's the typical way you'll break your lower arm.
Okay, so he's gone. Adam Fanua-Blake, who's just come off the field, has gone back on. Interestingly, too, let's get Gal and Alana to check that, but it looks like they've used 5 interchanges already, and we're not even at half-time. That one unscheduled. That might be an interesting little factor. In fact, yes, that's the 5th interchange that Des Hasler has used. Taniela Pasaka. He is a force to be reckoned with. Only a young man, but he is a giant, and he's won a penalty here.
No. It's
Hand
in.
on the ball.
Back on the ball.
It's your penalty.
On the line.
Jake, what do you want to do? No worries, mate. What is it? You're going to take the 2. Okay.
Let's not go back to that ball, Corey, okay?
Goal from right in front here, 8-0 Canberra. Manly about to post first points for the afternoon. Penalty goal from right in front to get them back within a converted try.
Well, they've had 15 penalties in the first half. 38 minutes gone, 15 penalties, 9-6 the penalty count. I would say 10 or 11 of those were unnecessary.
I'll be able to talk about it tomorrow night on 100% footy, Gus. He's back again. Yourself and Gow, Ruan and Neil Breen. Things will get heated as they always do as the panel dissects the latest NRL news and all the action across the weekend. 9:50 on Channel 9 tomorrow night.
I've declared 100% footy a referee-free zone.
Just respond to what we're doing. Yeah, good, John.
How long's that lasted for?
I don't know, but there's 15 penalties here in 38 minutes. We're going to test our patience.
It's been a real finals grind, this one. 2 teams that will be featuring in the thick of September action, and there is only a 6-point margin as we approach the half-time break. 1 try so far. Jared Croker responsible for it. And there's Adam Fanua-Blake. What's he doing out there?
Got him wide, running at a half. Nice coaching there.
They might have got a left back row, actually. There's Joel Thompson off.
Well, he has scored tries in that part of the field.
It's after the tackle. Back in now.
Your mark's there.
It's after the tackle.
Going for 2 again.
Bit of interference.
Go for 2 points.
There's only 10 seconds to go.
8 points to 2. Canberra in front. And we're going to have a shot here from Reuben Garrick.
I think you're right, man. I think adding Fanua-Blake is at left back row.
An unfortunate decision there, that's all.
We should be a handful with the ball, but defensively there's a real target there.
Well, Corey Waddell is probably more known as a back rower. He looks like he's playing in the middle. Pasaka's certainly a front rower, so Fanua-Blake has gone out onto that left-hand side.
This is a 42-metre kick. He's nearly on the scrum line, so he's about 21 metres in from touch. Beautiful striker of the void, this young man. Some of his kicking this year has been extraordinary. And he'll have the breeze over his right shoulder, so I don't think he'll have any problem at all with the distance. But those posts look very narrow all that way in the distance, don't they? This will look really good from this angle. Don't move, Mr. Director. So he moves. Go back. Good boy. Boom.
Oh, great kick. Beautiful strike. It went over the dead ball line by about 10 metres. 8 points to 4. Raiders 8, Manly 4 here at Canberra Stadium. There's Joel Thompson. It's bad news for him. We understand a broken arm, which makes it all the more difficult to put your shirt back on at half-time. Really bad luck for a player who would have been relishing coming here to his old home ground and hopefully taking the points away from the Raiders. But only one try in this so far. Jared Croker scoring for Canberra, and Manly with a couple of penalty goals to Reuben Garrick, and within 4 points as we start the second half. Manly hoping for a win to take them into 4th place. We know the Raiders hold down 3rd on the competition ladder with only 2 rounds until finals following this game. Dynamis Louis. And now Bateman. Tackled by Jack Trebojevic. Hodgson out of dummy half. They're linking up with Leilua. Loves to offload. He's always prodigious in that area. Had the ball secure at that time. Now Hodgson chips over the top. Ball bouncing back, and Manly had to be awake to that threat, and they were. The danger diffused by Brendan Elliott. Here's Tafua, hit hard. Horsburgh and Louis. And Jack Trebojevic. Finu out for Cherry Evans. One bounce. Garrick has it. And he'll come back infield to be stopped by Horsburgh. 12 short of the halfway line. Played here by Waddell. Finu for Cherry Evans. Straight down the centre of the ground where Rapana catches it on the first bounce and runs back to the 20-metre line.
Let's go down to Paul Gallen and get a conditions report there. Is the breeze still blowing?
Yeah, the breeze has probably dropped off a little bit, but it's still blowing. But it's freezing down here at the moment. It's certainly getting cold. I'm just wondering where Manly's points going to come from this half. They've got Fanua-Blake playing on the left-hand edge. Obviously, normally a middle player, so going to do well, Manly, to find some points in the second half.
Captain Jared Croker there, back slam. Nothing illegal, but hits his head.
And they've loaded this left-hand short side. They go down it now, looking for some sort of an opening. It's not available for Whiten, who plays it now to Hodgson. Caesar. It's up and down with not all that much depth, but Tafua's lost the ball. And there's going to be a Raiders chance.
He struggles with the high ball, George Tafua, and he has to come forward at the ball. So he dropped these quite a bit. Standing still, he's okay. As soon as he has to move forward, these are the ones he struggles with.
Well, he ran a long way to get there. He attacked it like he was an expert. You've got a big wide blind side here from the scrum and no players from either side. Everyone's on the other side of the scrum. There's no one on this side. What's wrong with the grass down here?
Well, Jordan Rapiner, the winger, just fed the scrum.
The winger fed the scrum.
Yep.
That'll do, mate.
Yep.
Scrums are dead.
Gotta let go of him. You're on the mark. Back here, Jake. Come on. Back here, Jake.
The winger fed the scrum.
Yep.
That'll do, mate. Scrums are dead. Rub them out.
Well, Ricky wants to take the 2, and that's what they're going to do here at 8 points to 4. Jared Croker to bring up 200 points for the season. And he raises the bat for a double century. 10 points to 4. The Raiders over the Sea Eagles. Round 24, Macca's Thursday night football. Cowboys versus Bulldogs. The last match at 1300 Smiles Stadium. And the Bulldogs are looking for 5 straight. They couldn't possibly make the top 8.
They've got a pulse. The Bulldogs have got a pulse.
And
said a few weeks ago, I thought 25 would definitely get you in the 8. 24 might get you in the 8.
The crowd appealing for a lifting tackle there against Jake Trebojevic.
If the impossible happened and the Bulldogs snuck into 8th place, there's a replay, yeah. You'd hate to run into them in week 1 of the finals, wouldn't you, Gus?
Well, just love to be playing finals.
Oh, hang on. Now, this is an issue with Hodgson feeling for the back of his neck, and a few Raiders running in.
John, just walk over
The replay might be telling here.
Walker.
Tanyala. Over that way. Give us room. John,
Just wait. He's in the hands of the trainer.
You all right, Josh?
Oh, okay.
Well, there's nothing gone on there.
It's going to be a play the ball tackle 3. This is your foot, Josh.
And no penalty.
wait.
That's good.
Hold!
Dynamis Louis for Jack Whiten. Tried to straighten. Lost traction on the halfway line. Corey Waddell, the tackler. Caesar rolling it in, and the ball will beat them over the touchline.
Does he go back to back?
Okay, shot clock's on.
So the ground now completely covered in shade as the sun sets in the west. Light starting to take effect.
Find him in early chance. Shot clock's going.
Shot clock's running here, guys.
The game hasn't risen to any great heights at the moment. The scoreboard's keeping us interested.
The game hasn't been allowed to
Don't say it, Andrew.
any heights. There is just no fatigue in the game. There's no fatigue in the forwards. How do you expect someone to miss a tackle or do a misread? Hashtag let the game flow. You like that?
Hashtag.
I don't know what it means, but it sounds good.
He might have started something there. Social media phenomena. Waddell playing it. Trebojevic, and now Walker slipped away from Bateman. Horsburgh with a tackle around the legs and Louis up top. On the Raiders side of the halfway line. Strapping Morgan Boyle now. 5 and last. Fainu, Daly, Cherry Evans. For Nickel Clockstad, oh, he's down there, Turbo, but Nickel Clockstad just got his arms around it. He timed that leap almost to perfection, Tom Trebojevic.
We've seen it all year. Origin 2, opening try. About a month ago against Parramatta at Lotto Land. What a weapon. Great take.
Let him go. Corey, let him go.
Chickens, let's go.
Well, there's players getting attention everywhere here. Jack Wyden with the trainer, that's Morgan Boyle.
No, don't worry about that. Huh? What's up?
This Friday, it's Jersey Day, a day dedicated to raising awareness for organ and tissue donation. Simply wear your favourite jersey to work or school to support the great cause. Head to jerseyday.com.au and donatelife.gov.au to find out how you can help save a life.
When Morgan Boyle was down, they let him kick for touch, he wouldn't be in play. Just let the game go.
Horsburgh. That's an outstanding run. Powerful charge. Goes up inside Manly's 40. Hodgson skips across, turns it to Sutton. Pasaka ball and all in defence. Hodgson's waiting for it. Goes to Nickel Clockstad, who's going to have a dash. One-handed pass, it was effective. Got it back for Bateman. He slipped out of Fainu's tackle. He ducks under Pasaka's. He keeps the ball alive. It's on the ground. It's picked up by Horsburgh, who had it in one hand and just tempted him a bit too much, that offload.
Jake, it was backwards, but then the left arm knocks it forward. And then the left arm touches it.
Well, both the Trebojevic boys are blowing up at the referee.
He's in the hands
Don't see that very often.
Let's go, guys. Go, guys.
That's the knock on there. The last one.
I'll have a look at the setup here. They've got 3 or 4 players behind the scrum. And they all fan together.
Here's Whiten, Croker. Tackled 8 metres out. Hodgson for Louis on an inside ball. Really important, you'd think, for Manly to turn the Raiders away. Here off, it's an intercept. He's away. And the pass goes to Garrick. He's going to have too much pace for them. Right against the run of play, Manly have gone virtually the length of the park.
I haven't seen grounding either. And then he's got contact in the back.
Just check that.
We've got a problem here.
Just check it.
On the try scorer.
They might be looking at an 8-point try.
Try, they grounded the ball.
They're looking at a possible 8-point try here.
Try. We want to check the grounding and then the contact post the grounding.
So they're not going back to check the onside. They're happy with that. Let's have a look here. Garrick and Joey Leilua.
Now they're looking for knees in the back,
Ruben Garrick grounds the ball in the in goal.
Well, he did this in the first half. He did it on Trebojevic in the first half. And I don't see any reason as to why He's continuing on here.
Joseph Leilua drops knees onto the Ruben Garrick after he scored the try.
Yeah, we've got new leaders.
This is going to be
potential 8-point try.
A possible 8-point try, so there'll be 2 kicks at goal.
It's 6 the difference. We're about to have new leaders. From a 98-metre intercept, will be turned in from 6 into 8.
Josh!
Now I wonder if there's more action here. Probably putting him on the court.
Okay, so the try was scored. Joey could have pulled out of it and used the knees, so he's going to go on report for the contact. And after the conversion, they're going to have a kick, so it's a possible 8-point try.
He's going flat out there.
In our opinion, he could have pulled out of it and didn't need to drop the knees. Come back on. Stay there. All good, Ziggs.
Well, a huge moment in this match. We were wondering where Manly were going to get their points from. The answer is an intercept and run 90 metres and then 2 kicks at goal.
This is like getting 4 overthrows, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there's the first one.
Stay here, Ruben.
Now you'll get the kicking tee and we'll do it all over again.
Yeah, when you're playing against that fast rushing defence, Isuzu D-Max replay, usually the passes that travel less than a metre are the ones that can trouble a defence. To be careful those long passes in the line when the defence is rushing up.
You happy with the call, Andrew?
Yeah. There's no need for it.
So we're about to see Manly go ahead, 12 points to 10. An 8-point try. We've seen a stack of penalty tries this year, and now we're in 8-point try territory. Ruben Garrick puts Manly ahead.
Stay behind, guys! Stay behind, stay behind.
Manly have hit the front in very obscure circumstances. Here's Morgan Boyle now, and Joey Leilua with what you have to say is a bit of a brain explosion, has got a bit of ground to make up with his teammates after that. Well, where's Ricky today? Is he down on the touchline, or is it all a bit cold for him down there? If you're a plastic chair on the sideline, look out.
No, he said he was going to watch it from up in the coach's box today.
Okay.
There he is behind the glass.
That's taken Bateman's hand out of dummy half, has it? It looked like it. No, last tackle.
Jake in the middle. Jake.
There's Nickel Clockstad. He's going to be trapped in the corner. Croker. Tackled by Corey Waddell. Here's Nick Kotrick. Hasn't seen a lot of football this afternoon.
Surrender! Stand there!
Jake Trebojevic takes him one-on-one. Here goes Rapana. And Hudson Young in 17. Came into the squad this week with Joseph Tarpany unavailable. Caesar kicks ahead. There's a spirited chase, but Tom Trebojevic was there in the nick of time.
Yeah, the crowd appealing for a penalty, saying that Caesar was held back by the arm and trying to get a chase. I don't think he was going to get to the ball anyway. Let's have a look. Goes through. Yeah, Jake grabs his arm and spins him around.
There's Gajeski, who nabbed the intercept pass to start all that. Now Tom Trebojevic trying to get around them, gets over the halfway. Tackled by Croker. Garrick away for Cherry Evans. And Manasi Finu slips one away for Taniela Pasaka, who really breaks out of the bait and the tackle. The ball's gone a mile backwards, but there's a penalty to Manly.
Yeah, Dylan Walker's just taken out.
Back away. Time off. So Dylan's taken off the ball there, then the ball's thrown out. Player was tackled off the ball.
Joseph Leilua
again.
I'm going to go back to back, but I'll have this set.
Well, I've got to say, after 55 minutes, this is not the game I came to watch today. It has not lived up to the hype at all. The quality of football just hasn't been there. We're constantly stopping and starting and stopping and starting. This game's had no flow, no rhythm whatsoever. Whether that's the coaches, whether it's the players, whether it's the referees, whether it's the rules, injuries, I don't know. But we just seem to be stopping all the time.
Boyle tackled strongly. He's going to play it here, 15 out from Canberra's line. Pasaka, tall timber out wide.
He's a weapon.
They've stopped him within 3 metres of the line. Finu, Cherry Evans, Boyle. Bateman up in his face. Now Finu for Jake, and out for Cherry Evans. And the ball slipped out the back. It's with Corey Waddell. That's a good tackle by Canberra. They've won a bit of yardage back there. Cherry Evans sells a dummy. Ball's on the ground. Finu has it. Slipped through one, nearly through the gap. He's pulled over by his bootlaces there. And then Tom Trebojevic, and then Cherry Evans and Gajeski. And a juggle. The ball's travelled forward, out the back and over the sideline.
He's disappointed, Cherry Evans. He was looping around. Just needed an offload out the back to the halfback who was doubling around. Watch the rapid fire pass. Cherry Evans will find his man, and then he wraps around. He just wants the ball there. And go for the miracle flick.
Hold here, Morgan. Wait, go. Stand there! Wait, go.
Oh, Horsburgh. Sort of juggling act inside his own 20. Now Young. Kasaka and Finu the tacklers. He's mucked up the play, the ball. A real change in complexion over this game now.
It's unfortunate for Hudson Young. He's added something when
No, if he gets it back, I'll give him the chance.
Off the bench. Really quick across the ground. Was that a case of sticky hands again? Did the ball get stuck to his hand? No. Tom Trebojevic lurking on the right.
Now Elliott bumped off Leilua, who's chasing him across the field and eventually gets him in the tackle. Walker, and a pass for Adam Fanua-Blake. Tackled forcefully by Hodgson and Bateman. Walker, first receiver again, showed it twice. Gives it away to Boyle, who runs over the 10. 6 metres short of Canberra's line. Finer will go himself, can't slide through, good offload. Back to Boyle. That's 4 tackles down. Finu, Jake Trebojevic, he kicks himself. And it's bounced back here for the Raiders. Rapina falls on the football. Hang on.
Yeah, well, Leilua didn't want to touch this because he believed he was offside. He let it go, so Rapana picked it up, who was in front of Leilua. And then the referee was about to let it go before he got word from the touch judge or the bunker that there was a player in front of the ricochet.
He's developed this a little bit in his game, Jake Trbojevic. Normally passes out the back. Little grubber through. I've seen him score a couple of tries off that. Nice play.
Morgan Boyle has done a really good job off the bench today. Some strong carries to the footy. That's another one. Away to the skipper, and now to Powell with a full tank of fuel. He'll be brought to ground within 5 of Canberra's line by Bateman. Fainu for Cherry Evans, and then for Walker, and then Tommy Turbo gets it back to the skipper. Away for Gajewski, they've lost ground. White made the tackle. Gajewski and White having a push and shove together. Oh, it nearly came to blows. They just backed off on the precipice of something happening there. Away to Walker. Now for Tom Trbojevic, who accelerates. Leilua nearly missed him, but then dragged him back. Has he got the ball down? Has he got it down in heavy traffic? This would be some finish.
I'm happy with it.
Well, he's got the big, long extender arms.
We have a try.
Wow.
Confirm that Tom grounds the ball on the goal line.
He was still standing, but he's able to reach out and put it.
Tom loses control of the ball just short of the goal line. We have a decision.
He bounced it.
When he comes around on those set plays, and the defence is holding and passive, you watch, instead of rushing up, they have to back off. Gives him time, and then he just dummies and surges. Look at that, he gets through Leilua. Look, there's 4-5 trying to stop him.
Gee whiz, he wasn't far away.
No.
No, he lost it.
Okay.
Glorious shot.
Some guys that were short of the goal line.
He's short. Now we're going to go back and have a scrum. Said about Tom Trbojevic a while ago, he is nowhere near at his peak yet. It's scary to think where he might land, this young man, because physically he is nowhere near as good as he's going to be. Nowhere near it. You just saw his strength there to push Leilua backwards and bend towards the line and nearly get the ball down. But as an athlete, I reckon he's still got way more development in him. He's going to be so good. So good.
How long's it been since Canberra have seen the other end of the ground? Forever.
Well, we haven't seen any attacking football today at all.
Well, it's all been Manly since half-time. The game swings, and momentum will soon come to the Raiders, whether it's an error or a penalty.
He's a man that can really break it open for Canberra, Jack White. That was a tough run. Hodgson's the 5th tackle kicker. He goes aerial. Tom Trbojevic has to rush to take it on the fly, and then Whiten's there to meet him. Ruben Garrick. There's the top tacklers. 4 men in green, and Jack Trbojevic, as always, leading the way for Manly. Quick play, the ball. Here goes Fanua Blake, who charges over the halfway. He's picked up 20 metres with that run. Another powerhouse performance from him, and then Tapau joins in.
Once they get that quick play of the ball, they just flood that area. Dylan Walker, Fanua Blake, and Tapau. They don't move from a blade of grass.
Oh, Turbo wanted to put a chase on that. He was knocked over in back play. The referee says it was all right. And Nickel Clockstad. Plays it to Whiten, and here goes Elliot Whitehead. We're moving into the heavyweight rounds now, and Rapin is taken high. He takes a quick tap, and he's off. That was the quickest of quick taps.
Tackle 1. The trainer has asked for the game to be stopped.
The trainer has asked for the game to be stopped. For what?
Jordan Rapana has to play the ball. Jordan, that's 10 minutes over.
Just walk away from the Ziggy.
Oh my God.
To play the ball.
So we get a breakaway, a quick tap, and now we'll stop the game to walk a player from the field.
Back here, Jake.
The player from the defensive team.
It was a high tackle penalty. No, it's a faithful tackle 1. Trainer asked us to stop the game.
Well, of course the Manly trainer would ask to stop the game. Manly were in trouble.
Hodgson on the wraparound. That's angered the Raiders fans here. Let's see whether their team can capitalise. They might have earned a penalty there. Hodgson wanted one. Caesar with a pass for Soliola. There's a bit of determination about Canberra now. They haven't seen any ball down this end for an eternity. Whiten inside for Young. Here's the last tackle. Caesar stationed right. They're going to go left, and Whitehead spills the beans.
Play the knock on. Loose carry, handover.
Josh, move! Josh! See ya! Josh!
There's Fanua Blake. Soliola rushing up. Along with Papali, they still can't stop him. My goodness, he is a powerful conveyance. Penalty, Manly.
Guys are side by side, just 10 out, dude.
All right, live ladder. Melbourne have the minor premiership sewn up. Roosters, Raiders and Manly, if the result stays like this, will be fourth. All three teams there, as you can see, on 30 points, but it's for and against, with Manly ahead of the Rabbitohs. To Powell, late offload. Back for Corey Waddell. He's wrapped up by Whitehead. Now Jake Trebojevic. Lost the ball. And you can see the enthusiasm now from Canberra. They know they've got to make a statement in this, and it's got to be soon.
That's how I brought it. Just stand and play the ball.
Well, their defence has been very good today, the Raiders. They've conceded one try, which was the intercept from 98 metres away. Other than that, they've really kept Manly Sea Eagles at bay. A little disappointed in Manly's style of game today. I expected a lot more out of dummy half, a lot more incisive running around the middle of the field. It hasn't eventuated. They've tended to keep moving the ball out wider to try and look for something. It's kind of played into the Raiders' hands.
Now Rapana forward, pass! Can you believe that?
Just watch him there. Watch Adam and Jordan. Just watch Adam.
Shot clock on, just see Zig, mate.
It was the last one, Nickel Clockstad to Rapana, that was ruled to go forward. So Manly again with a chance inside Canberra's half. No one's gone anywhere in the crowd.
John, you can't put your feet across after the hooker strikes. Okay. It's hard to understand. Okay. All heads in.
Jake Trebojevic away for Cherry Evans, then to Tom. And now Jack Gajeski. Two points the difference to Powell. He's on the 20-metre line. He's wrapped up by Bateman and Papali. Ball goes to Fainu with a step. And he's going to try and power his way closer. Papali got him in the end and stopped his progress. But Manly, this is a great opportunity for them. Cherry Evans got the pass away for Waddell. Penalty, Manly. Offside.
Elliott Whitehead, two in there.
No, it's a strip. Two men in the tackle, he's saying.
He's all over the ball there. Elliott, he's all over the ball there. It's not quick.
All over the ball.
Well, you tackle the ball.
Don't you tackle the ball? That's the name of the game.
That's
Stop
the part
the
of the stripping rule they got to fix. That's the part that needed fixing, not the other part.
Jake Trebojevic tackled centre field. Manly have had by far the lion's share of possession in the second half. Walker now. Stopped by Bateman on the goal line. Coruscant, Jake Trebojevic will score. The clock was ticking until Canberra opened up, and they've done that. 12 minutes left. Manly about to be ahead by 8.
Well, this one's just sheer weight of possession at this end of the field, and eventually something had to give. Jake Trebojevic positions himself perfectly. See him out here. Gets on the outside of Papali, who's busy watching the dummy half, not watching the man in front of him. He's watching the dummy half. You watch, he's turned in. Then he looks and sees that Trebojevic has moved to his outside. Isuzu D-Max replay. Positioned himself really well, Paul Gallen.
Talking to Darren Lockyer about Manly's attack, and they hadn't really looked like scoring all game bar that intercept. He said he would be attacking Joe Leilua on this left-hand side of the field. They come that way for one tackle and went straight back to the middle to Jake Trebojevic and went straight out of the try line. Exactly what they needed, Manly. It's what they didn't do in the first half. They didn't build any pressure whatsoever, but they built plenty of pressure this second half, and the scoreboard's open up now, 16-10. It should become 18-10 with about 10 minutes to go.
Now it's only their second try of the match, remember, too. We had an 8-point try.
Yeah, a couple of penalty goals they opted for before half-time.
And the 8-point buffer very handy now.
Jordan on the field.
18-10. The Seagulls with the upper hand as we head into the final 10 minutes. A place in the 4 at stake for Manly as to Powell rumbles back from the restart. One thing we know about Canberra, if they can get a bit of ball, they've got ample points in them. So an 8-point margin at this stage doesn't end the game for Manly. They've just dominated the ball in this second half. Garrick does well to go into Canberra's half. Tackled by Soliola and Hudson Young. Played to Coruscant. Ball comes out the back. Tom Trebojevic over on the left. He'll go to Brendan Elliott. Bateman the tackler. Coruscant. DCE. Walker's chasing after it. It was a good take under pressure as well by Nickel Cockstad. Now Rapana can only pick up 5 metres for his team. And this is Kotrick. Oh, a few of them have slipped over out there, haven't they? Now Soliola. That's 4 plays. And still not at the halfway line yet. Oh, an offload. Gee, and Whiten through them. Whiten off a risky offload. He gets a chance now. He gets it to Hudson Young. He goes to Croker. And the Raiders have turned on a blistering try. That's what they can do, the Green Machine.
Oh, that was explosive. That was explosive. A risky offload. They weren't going anywhere. But watch Jack Whiten just power his way through the line. What's this? Big step. Pushes through. Finds a pass and then another. By Suzu D-Max replay, the home side are right back in this.
Alana.
Well, that's what they're good at, the Raiders, keeping the ball alive. Great support from the team. And that man there, Jared Croker on the edge with his hand up, gets his 2nd try for the night. The crowd has lit back up and we're in for a strong finish.
Croker, ever the support player, has a chance now to make it a 2-point ball game. Great crowd.
Oh, it was shaping up for a great day. It really was. And we're going to get a grandstand finish. 20,265.
Who do you like this far out, Gus?
I think the Raiders, if they get a share of ball, they just haven't been able to play any football today whatsoever. Now, some of that's been their own doing, and some of it's been the great Manly defence, but the stop-start nature of the game has not suited them at all. Yeah, there's not much between them, is there, the way the game's been played. Just got to knock this through, because then that makes the penalty important. If he misses this, Manly can give away penalties in front of the post. If he kicks it, Manly can't give away penalties.
Oh, it shaves the steelwork. It's bounced back.
Yeah, that's crucial.
And they're always the hardest kicks. Halfway out to the sideline.
You go a long way to see Jared Croker miss a kick like that. He barely misses any. Just under 7 left on the clock. This is Soliola.
He told us on 100% footy last week. We interviewed him and asked him about his goal kicking. He said, I'm hitting them pretty well. My percentages are down a little bit this year, but I'm getting the ones I need to get. Well, he needed to get that one. Because that gives Manly that little option to give away a penalty in front of the post if they don't like what they see.
Here's Kotrick. Very little room for the New South Wales Origin representative. He's tackled there 11 metres in the Manly's half. Here's a high one. There's plenty of Raiders jerseys after it. Oh, Tom Trebojevic, very good.
He never drops them. I can't remember him dropping a bomb, ever.
Elliott, oh, they swarm off the line. That's 3 tackles gone, and Manly on their 20. That's for Noah Blake. Good tackle, strong. Leilua on Dylan Walker. Now there's pressure here on Cherry Evans, who's kicking from very deep. He's gone the torpedo. And it was a pretty good result. Gets down as far as Canberra's 20. Back comes Nickel Clockstad. Evades Gajewski.
These outside men let him down there. He was coming across field, they just stood still. They didn't get behind him.
Here's Kotrick. They haven't stopped him yet. Nearly through them. Kotrick, he wanted an offload. They just wrapped up the ball. This is dangerous. The Raiders going forward. Here's Corey Horsburgh now. Up to the 30. Inside the last 5. Canberra have to score. They'll be throwing everything. Bateman gets the ball away for Nickel Clockstad.
Had to pass that.
4 tackles gone. Hodgson, he's going to kick towards the in goal. He wants it to get to the in goal, and Garrick's not going to take any risks.
Nickel Clockstad had to promote that. When he got the offload from Bateman, he had players to his left and got tackled himself. Watch this. Does really good work, Bateman. He had to promote there. He's got 4 on 2. Hodgson says, well, we need the ball back. We need to have another think before we play.
It's the late offload, which is worrying Manly. Their fast-moving defence is pretty much snuffing out all their set plays. It's the change of angles and then the late offload.
It's the sort of finish we came here expecting. There's Papali now.
What a year he's had.
Plays it on the 20. Horsburgh, Hodgson wrapped around him, speared one away to Caesar. It's with the fullback now, Nickel Clockstad. And Hudson Young for Caesar. Here's Bateman. One-handed pass, back for Young. He's muscled away from 2, from 3. He had Leilua there, but couldn't get the pass away. Young playing it. Leilua. He's going to run again. Then he gets a late pass off. Bateman, he promotes it. Nickel Clockstad this time. Elliott wraps up the football. Only tackle 4, however. Manly will be doing very well to stop the green machine from here. Under 3 left. Hodgson goes wide. Elliott Whitehead nearly through. Cherry Evans with a great tackle. Here's the last. Whiten goes himself. No.
Wow.
And will they get the ball down here again?
They'll get one more shot.
Time off.
They'll get one more shot.
The time is
but
off.
there's
Your mark's here.
a little bit of possession at the back end of the game. The Raiders have showed that of which they're capable. Just didn't get enough ball at this end.
Well, Manly have found the last few minutes down here, they barely got out of their own 20. There's 2 tackles gone. This is Boyle, he's rattled, tackle 3.
Didn't he just stop the game for him 10 minutes ago? He's back on.
Now Dylan Walker. 4 plays gone. Coruscant can run, one-handed pass to Powell. Comes back to Walker. And they bought some yardage with that. The kick from Cherry Evans. He'll be aiming it as long as he can and towards a corner. Long ball here for Jordan Rapiner. He's got no options. He's got Elliott right down there for Nua Blake too.
Yeah, good kick, good chase under pressure.
Minute 20 to go. Manly by 4. Can Canberra pull this one right out of the fire? Penalty. Oh, hang on. He's taken the quick tap. The player in an offside position is off to the bin.
Say a quick one now. Time's off.
Aiden, time is off. It's not quick.
Well, last set of 6 of the game.
It's going to be here. Come on.
Last set of 6 of the game.
Okay.
They've got a fine touch.
Big time on.
1 set of 6
time
to
on.
decide it.
Hold it.
1 minute to go. Manly down to 12. Here goes Horsburgh. Playing it now and a charge by Young. He gets up to the 30. Oh, there's a hit of a flop. Yes, penalty. Quick tap. Hudson Young's off this time.
That's the advantage of the 4-point lead. They can give a penalty.
They're 16 metres out, 15 out, and we've got 30 seconds left. 2 plays, you'd say. Aiden Caesar. Manly trying to hang on. They're a man down. They got 2 tackles to withstand, you got to say. Horsburgh running hard. Great tackle. Coruscant around the legs. That's the try line. Here's Hodgson. Away for Josh Papali. He's going to have to play this quickly or the siren might beat him. Papali does play it. Last play of the game. Bateman. Ball goes to Rapana. Ball's come forward. Manly have hung on and have won.
Second one's forward.
Ah, what a finish. It was a stop-start affair, but the finish was probably what we expected.
For Noah Blake.
(18-14), the Seagulls over the Raiders. What a good afternoon. There was a bit to talk about it coming out of this, and there'll be plenty of time for analysis of what happened with all the stoppages, but the end was what we hoped for. And Manly are now in 4th position, ahead of South Sydney. Great crowd, magnificent afternoon.